Changes are coming to those who are behind on their student loans. The government will begin garnishing wages.
And there is a large population of Chicago borrowers who could be impacted by all of this. Ray Kaplan is an expert in student loans with Kaplan Law Firm. She's joining us now to provide some more information. I think one of the big questions people have is who is going to be selected first? Do we know how many people? We know it's 1,000 at first, so that's not a huge number for the whole country.
Right. So there are about 44 million borrowers, and there are about 5 to 6 million borrowers currently in the United States who are either in default or at risk of being in default. What that means is that you haven't made an appropriate payment on your student loans for over 270 days. And this only applies if you have federal loans, not private loans.
Okay.
Is this just at random, though? Like how they're choosing these groups of people at
You know,
first?
it's a good question. I'm not actually sure how they're choosing who they're going to garnish. I think that most likely it's people who have been in default for the longest time because federal student loans were on this big pause for 5 years. And a lot of people forgot that they even had student loans.
Can we backtrack for a second and sort of explain to people what's been going on and where things stand today? Because I think it has all been so confusing for folks. Obviously, under a different administration, there was one set of rules and one plan, and now we've moved on to something else.
It has been extremely confusing, even if it is something that you are really keeping track of. We follow it very closely for our clients, and it has just been whiplash, basically, trying to keep up with the changes under the different administrations. And remembering that federal student loans were paused for 5 years, and during that entire time, both administrations kept talking about different types of loan forgiveness. And a lot of people assumed that their loans would be forgiven because they had stopped their collection efforts. And now they're getting more aggressive and revamping those efforts. And now it's time to pay your student loans, and if you haven't been paying and if you're in default, they can go in and garnish your wages.
So if you are notified that you're one of these people who has to start paying, how much are they going to be asking for at first? Do you know?
Well, so if you're already in default and they're garnishing you, that's called an administrative wage garnishment. They can take 15% of your take-home pay. So if you're making $50,000 or so per year, that would equal about $480 per month. Now, if you avoid default, which everybody should be able to avoid default, there are great payment plans available. And if you were to enroll in an income-based payment plan, your monthly payment could be as low as $0 per month instead of having to endure that $480 per month. Or you actually might be eligible to have your loans forgiven. There are so many forgiveness options available under the statute, just people don't know.
That's so interesting that you say that, because I think for a lot of people right now, they're thinking, oh my, if I'm one of these folks where I have to start paying right now, there aren't very many options for me. I may not be able to do this, and that can be so scary for people.
Oh, absolutely. If you see a letter coming from the Department of Education, it's essentially the federal government against you. And so you want to take action. You don't want to be in default on your federal loans. There is a really good option available called rehabilitation. I really like this option because you can actually rehabilitate your federal student loans. And that's basically 9 payments as low as $5 a month. You have to negotiate this with your debt collector, and then the negative trade line gets removed from your credit report. So you'll see your credit shoot up by 100 or 150 points.
That's good. I read also, just quickly, we have 30 seconds left, but not only your wages, but they could also go after your IRS tax refund, Social Security payments.
Yep, absolutely. They can take your tax refund, Social Security. It's called a Social Security offset or a tax refund offset. But again, there's really no reason to be in default on your federal student loans. Just act now to either enroll in an income-based repayment plan or rehabilitation.
Okay, all good advice. Thank you. We appreciate you coming in.
Anytime.
All right.